Hey guys, it's another week and time for another post to the vlog that we're doing each just for this week. Um, I got to share a lot of wonderful experiences as with my mother as a daughter. We were so close, and being in her life and her being my life was just marvelous. Um, One of the more pleasurable experiences that I got to have was when she went to work with a nursing home. She worked at a nursing home for older adults who had mental challenges. And she absolutely was made for it and loved it. I mean, it's not hard to see where I got all my creativity and enthusiasm for life because this apple did not fall far from that tree. One of the extreme delights that I got to have was I got to be her consultant, uh, which meant that I got to train her and supervise her in that role. And she didn't need that much supervision because she was so good at it. But she always came up with great ideas. And it was a few weeks before Easter, and I got a phone call from my mother, and she said, "You'll never believe what we're doing for Easter for our residents." And of course, I was always excited. I said, "Mama, what?" She said, "I went to the co-op and got a little incubator for some little biddies, and we're going to hatch some little biddies so that they will crack their eggs and be born at Easter time for the residents. And the residents are going to be responsible for turning the eggs and nurturing them and making sure that everything is going to be okay with them." And they're all excited about it. And I said, "Mother, that is such a wonderful, wonderful idea to have new birth in the nursing home and them be responsible and have meaning and purpose to get up every morning and watch those eggs and turn those eggs. How wonderful is that?" So then she said, "But I have a surprise for him." And when she said those words, the hair began to raise on the back of my neck, and I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, what has she done?" And she said, "Well," I said, "Mother, what is the surprise?" And she said, "Well, I got a little drill from one of the local dentists. They let me borrow it. And what I've done is I have drilled a little hole, a little tiny one, in every one of those eggs. And in each one of those eggs, I have placed one drop of food coloring in those eggs. So when those little bitties hatch, they're going to be all different colors." And she was so excited. And I said, in my head, I'm thinking, "Oh no, she's going to hatch little mutant biddies. Some of them are going to have two heads, three legs. It's going to be awful, and it's going to horrify the residents." And of course, that came through the phone. I said, "Mama, do you realize what you've done?" I said, There are going to be some horrific little births there. You really need to take those eggs away that you have put food coloring in and put regular eggs back in so that they can be normal little yellow bitties." And she just laughed and laughed. She said, "Oh, baby," she said, "you just worry too much. It's all going to work out good, and we're going to have some little colorful babies, and the residents are going to be so surprised." So there was no changing her mind as to what she was going to do. And of course, I spent the entire time of their incubation praying that it would not be a nightmare for a lot of those residents. So I happened to be home for Easter weekend, and Mother gets a phone call from the residents at the nursing home. They all called her Mama Joe, and they said, "Mama Joe, the babies are hatching. The babies are hatching." So, of course, everybody in my family get in all the cars. We run down to the nursing home, which is only a few minutes away from their home, and we run in, and sure enough, the babies were hatching. And of course, I am looking very furtively because I am so afraid that we're going to have little mutant nightmare biddies hatching. And I look at those little eggs all cracking, breaking up, and I see a little purple biddy. I see a little blue biddy. I see a little red biddy. I see a little green biddy. Then I look at those residents' faces, And those faces had such joy and surprise and delight. And they're going, oh, look, Mama Joe, there's a red one, there's an orange one. Her activity was a complete success. Now, yes, there were a couple marginal ones that looked like Mardi Gras birds, multicolored, but even they were okay. She did the right thing for those residents, and my fears would have kept me from doing it. I think of this story often, and it always brings a chuckle, along with the satisfaction of a mutually shared experience with my mother. She's the one who taught me to always ask in life, why not? It's one of my most favorite questions that I have asked in life. Why not? Too often we miss chances and opportunities for success by going with the average or the norm. Why not try something different? Why not be different yourself? Why not be brave and courageous and carve your own path in life? Simply, why not? That's what I'm going to do. Won't you join me? Just for this week.